US has revoked the Colombian president's visa. The US has revoked the visa of Colombian President Gustavo Petro, triggering a major diplomatic row. The unprecedented move comes after Petro delivered a fiery pro-Palestinian speech outside of the UN, where he urged American soldiers to disobey the President of the United States. The crisis was sparked by President Petro's appearance at a massive pro-Palestinian protest outside UN headquarters in New York. In a video that circulated widely, Petro announced that he would present a UN resolution to create a World Salvation Army, whose first task would be the liberation of Palestine. Most provocatively, he directly addressed US troops, stating, in quotes, "I ask all of the soldiers of the army of the US to not point their guns at humanity, disobey the orders of Trump." The US State Department responded by revoking Petro's visa, calling his actions reckless and incendiary. President Petro, who is already black in Colombia, dismissed the move, saying, "I don't care," and that he no longer needs a US visa. He fired back, accusing the US of no longer respecting international law and stating that Mr. Trump has violated the founding principles of the UN. Also a quote. He even suggested the UN headquarters should be moved from New York to a more democratic place like Doha. This is not the first clash between the two leaders. Petro has been one of the most vocal critics of what Israel is doing in Gaza, which he has repeatedly called a genocide. Earlier this year, he severed diplomatic ties with Israel and reimposed a total ban on Colombian coal exports to the country, stating Colombia will not be complicit. The visa revocation marks a new low in US-Colombia relations. During his formal UN speech earlier in the week, Petro had already accused Trump of being complicit in genocide and called for criminal proceedings over US airstrikes on boats in the Caribbean. The move signals a dramatic breakdown in what was once a key US alliance in Latin America. So what do you guys think about the speech, about him calling for US Army to not listen to the president of the US? What do you think about the US revoking his visa, even though he technically didn't need it anymore because he had already left the US at the time? And how about the fact that he just doesn't care? Let me know what you think.